Hello, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, chapter 14, part 10, JavaScript data types, Null, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the data type Null in JavaScript. And right now, let's understand that very clearly. JavaScript includes two additional primitive type values. They are null and undefined, and that can be assigned to a variable that has special meaning. So, null in JavaScript, okay, null means absence of value. Observe very carefully the second sentence, like we can assign null to a variable to denote that currently the variable does not have any value, but it will have later on. So I repeat, if you are assigning a null to a variable, it denotes that currently that variable does not have any value, but later on it's going to hold a value. So here is the code snippet. Like here we have a variable called myVar and the value is assigned to null. When I push this variable to the alert window, it throws the result as null on the pop-up window. Now let me show you a demo of it. It's very simple. Here is my HTML page and a Java and a script tag, and let me create a variable. myVar is equal to null alert myVar. Okay, now when I do control S, when I push this page to the browser, and here is my page, when I double click on that, you can observe you will get output as null. Okay, that's the meaning of the data type null in JavaScript. It means the absence of value. And if you're assigning a null to a variable, it means that the variable currently does not have any value, but in future it's going to hold some value to it. Okay, and coming to the next slide, here we have something called null value evaluates to false in condition expression. So you don't have to use comparison operators like equal to or strictly not equal to check for null values. I repeat, null value by default it evaluates to false in condition expression, and we don't have the option to use the comparison operators like strictly equal to and strictly not equal to check for the null values. Here we have a code snippet. I have a variable called myVar and the value assigned to it is null, and I'm using if condition block to check the condition, like myVar is equal to null. Okay, here I'm passing this myVar variable. If myVar alert this, else alert this, myVar is null. So by default, null value evaluates to false in condition expression. In the sense, we'll get the output as myVar is null. Okay, it's not going to check this part. Why? Because null value evaluates to false in condition expression. So let me go and show you a demo of it. So if myVar alert okay alert myVar is equal to null, if myVar alert this one, so what this has to do is okay, let me check out the presentation. What is the message of passed? myVar is not null. Yes. So, and coming to the else part, let me copy and paste just to save the time. myVar is null. So what I'm trying to tell here is null evaluates to false in condition expression. So no need of checking like whether if it is true this part should get executed, or if it is false this part should get executed. If you're assigning a null to a variable, by default it's understood the condition evaluates to false, so it's going to execute this else part. So we'll get the output here as, when I go here, okay, when I go back and refresh this page, we'll get the output as myVar is null. Okay, that's the meaning of this statement like null evaluates the false condition expression. And also we learned like what is null data type in JavaScript, and null means absence of value. And if you are assigning something null value to a variable, at that point of time it's not holding any value, but in the future it's going to hold a value. That's the meaning of that variable. Okay, now thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our websites. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you.